So in this video we are going to see about line coding and decoding, right? So line coding is nothing but mapping the voltage for carrier pulse, right? Based on the keying pulse, right? That is based on the digital data, you are going to map the voltages, right? That voltage may be positive voltage or negative voltage, right? And in line coding we have different types of line coding schemes, right? Unipolar, polar, bipolar and Manchester, right? And again we have two different types for mapping, that is return to zero and non-return to zero, right? Return to zero in the sense that pulse occupies half of the bit duration, right? Pulse occupies half of the bit duration, whereas for non-return to zero, pulse occupies full duration, right? So if suppose the data sequence has bit duration as TB, that TB will be occupied by the unipolar non-return to zero, whereas only TB by 2 will be occupied by the unipolar return to zero pulse, right? So in this way you are going to map the voltage for carrier pulses according to the keying pulses, according to the input data. Okay, so in unipolar you are going to assign positive voltage for logic 1 and 0 voltage for logic 0, and in polar you are going to assign positive voltage for logic 1 and negative voltage for logic 0, right? And in bipolar we are going to assign the alternative pulses, right? Alternative pulses for repeated ones, right? So if initially you are going to get one, for example, say here input data 0 0 1, right? So during this one you are going to transmit positive pulse, right? And during the next logic one you are going to transmit the negative pulse, right? In this way you are going to transmit alternative pulses for consecutive ones, right? Alternative positive and negative pulses for consecutive ones. That is the bipolar scheme. Okay, so this is the connection for unipolar line coding scheme, right? For unipolar line coding scheme, you have to connect the random generator output to input of unipolar circuit, right? And here actually we have two provisions. One is return to zero, another one is non-return to zero, right? If you are going to perform unipolar non-return to zero, so in that case you have to keep this switch at the position of non-return to zero. Okay, yes. Now we are going to take the output from the unipolar circuit. This is the unipolar non-return to zero, right? Unipolar non-return to zero waveform. Actually we are going to compare the both input and as well as output, right? And this is the output. This is the output, and the second channel I am going to connect the input. Okay, so here input during logic 1, the output pulses, positive pulse will be transmitted. During logic 0, 0 volt will be transmitted. So that is why in unipolar unipolar non-return to zero, the pulse occupies the full duration, right? So it is same like the data, right? Data sequence. Okay, suppose now we want to switch over from non-return to zero to return to zero, right? In this case the output occupies only half of the bit duration, right? Only half of the bit duration. During logic 1 only half of the pulse will be transmitted, positive pulse will be transmitted, another half the pulse will be 0, right? Similarly during logic 0 no pulse will be transmitted. Okay, so this is unipolar return to zero scheme. Now for bipolar you have to apply the input, right, from data sequence generator, and one more input must be given, that is clock, right? And the clock signal must be connected for the bipolar input, and you are going to take the output from the bipolar line coding circuit. Okay, so this is the bipolar output, right? Bipolar return to zero output. Okay, during logic 1 positive pulse will be transmitted, right? And during logic 0 there is no pulse. During next logic 1 negative pulse will be transmitted, right? Already we discussed bipolar scheme. In bipolar scheme alternative pulses will be transmitted for consecutive ones, right? Consecutive ones, like that. Here actually this is bipolar return to zero, that is why the pulse occupies only half of the bit duration during logic 1, right? First logic 1, and during next logic 1 negative pulse will be transmitted, and that negative pulse just occupies only half of the bit duration, right? So this is the bipolar return to zero scheme. Now for bipolar non-return to 0 scheme, this switch must be kept at the position non-return to 0. Okay. Now in this case the pulse occupies full duration because it is non-return to 0. So during logic 1 positive pulse will be transmitted, and during logic 0 no pulse will be transmitted. During next logic 1 negative pulse will be transmitted, right? So in bipolar non-return to 0, only thing the pulse will occupy full duration, right? Whereas the alternative pulses will be transmitted for consecutive ones, right? So this is what the output of bipolar non-return to 0 scheme, right? So for all line coding schemes, right, we have to take two readings. One is for amplitude, another one is time period, right? Another one is time period for graph.